Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Los Angeles Bellydance Academy. I am Stefanya, and I am so happy that you have taken the time to join us in our virtual studio this morning. So, as you're enjoying the stream, take a moment to do the thumbs up, the liking, and do the subscribing, and do the notification. So ding, 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 1, 2, 3, if you can. And if you're feeling super inspired and you want to share all those inspirations, then please send this stream out to your friends and family. I'm sure a lot of you are utilizing social media, maybe even getting back a little bit on social media. So let's do what we can to share what we can. So keep in mind that dance is an active sport. It is taking agility, and you must know your own limits. So in this regard, you are dancing at your own risk while participating in this class. So dancers, let's take a deep breath together. Let's put both feet firmly on the floor. And I just want you to stand here for a few moments. We're going to take a deep breath in together through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Again, take a deep breath in through the nose. Excellent, and now a deep breath out. Again, a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. You should feel your feet firmly planted on the floor. Make a note to distribute the weight in general around the whole foot, but specifically we want to press a little deeper into the ball of the foot, behind the big toe. And as we feel that connection down to the ground, I want you to start to squeeze your inner thighs. So that's going to feel like a wrapping sensation, like a spiraling forward, pushing the hip bones forward. Stand up nice and tall. Let's see, let's check in on that posture. Let's see how it feels. Pushing down through the floor, squeezing the inner thighs. You can see that there's a little bit of an adjustment here, that all that squeeze below the tushy, not so much the tushy, but below the tushy, just pushes the hips up into place as if we were stacking the blocks of the body. There you go. Stand nice and tall. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out through the mouth. Maybe this time you give it a little Another big deep breath in. And exhale out. That's amazing. So let's start by taking a deep breath in through the nose. Arms go all the way up into the sky. And I want you to exhale and drop all the way over to the ground. The head drops down. I want you to relax the head. Shake it out. Wiggle in the middle. So now our whole bodies are really just letting go, getting loosened up, the fingertips loose, the nose loose, the knees loose, everything loose, 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 loose. So after all that looseness, we're going to take our first roll up. You're going to squeeze the inner thighs, tuck the tailbone under, and vertebrae by vertebrae, just slowly roll up. Nice and juicy, nice and yummy, no need to move too fast. That roll up continues by taking the breath in, reaching up towards the sky. Exhale, shine out of the heart, flowing out of the heart like a bird off the cliff, all the way down. Squeeze your tummy into the lower back. Make sure the lower back is nice and flat. Drop the head over and relax. Good job. So after we get down here, don't worry, you can bend your knees slightly if you need to, straight legs if you're ready. And we're going to give ourselves a little tuck in. And then what we're going to do is with a deep breath in, leading with the chin, we glance out and forward. So here I'm just trying to work that flat back as long as I can, looking out and up, stretching through, maybe a deep breath in through the nose. And then a big exhale, all the way down. Slightly bend the knees as you roll up. And we're gonna flow through that 3 times. So here we go, deep breath in, breathe in. Exhale, and out and down, lengthen as you do. Drop all the way over, drop it into the body, and deep breath out, glance forward, deep breath in, deep breath in, deep breath in. Exhale, roll down, and soften the knees, roll up. Again, deep breath in. Exhale, out and down, drop it over. Pulling it in. Deep breath in, glance forward, long spine. Exhale down, roll up. And one last time, smile. Deep breath in, exhale, bird off the cliff, all the way down. Pull it into your center. Good, deep breath in, glance forward. Exhale, all the way down, roll up, tuck the tailbone under, smile, because we're ready to move on. Now, my next step I'm going to do is going to be about squeezing the inner thighs and trying to get into our plie. So I want you just to take a minute to settle down into a plie, squeeze your inner, or squeeze your abs in. So again, the same thing, the tailbone lifts up, and I just want you to hang out there for a minute. All right, so stand up nice and tall. Don't come out of that position. I just need you to stay right there. All right. Thank you for your patience. We're going to plie and we reach side to side. So as we start this movement, we need to pull the tummy into the lower back. We need to squeeze the inner thighs and just think of the upper body as a secondary movement. Don't worry about that, right? Squeeze the inner thighs. Change the weight. Side to side. 2, 3. Good. Then we spiral as we pull into our center. Good job. Open up. 1, 2, 3. Cross the shoulder. 5, 6, 7. Let's do it again. Squeeze. Here. 1, 2, 3. Spiral. 1, 2, 3. Open up. 2, 3. Last one. Awesome. Good. So your feet come together. You're going to take a deep breath in. Arch your upper back only. Squeeze everything else. Roll all the way down. Flat back up. Tummy nice and tight. Good. Do it again. Breathe in. Open up. Exhale. Roll down. Flat back up. Good. A few more times. A little faster. 1, 2, 3. Roll down. Flat back. Up. Good. Again. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3. Tuck down. Roll down. Roll down. 6, 7. Last time. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3. Roll down. Flat back up. Good. So we push our shoulders down. The arms are in front of the center line here, is what I would call center here, slightly forward. Tummy's tight, we push down. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Double pop. And down, 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 down. good. So we're going to look to the side. Everything stays in place but the chin. Squeeze. And side. 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 And circle down. Breathe in as you come up and around. Oh, don't crunch the neck. Put the movement into the heart. Open up the heart. Reverse. Breathe in. 1. Exhale. And down 2. Contract. Good job. Breathe in. Open up. Exhale and down. Nice. Last time. Last thing, just our shoulder circles before we move into all of our drills. And elbows. 2, 3, 4. 4 circles. 6, 7, and forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And full circles. Breathe in and out, breathe in and out, breathe in and out, breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. How's everybody doing? Good, 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 good. Okay, so that's my goal, to get you ready to move. We're going to start in our plie position. So hopefully the goal is that over there, you're able to see my knees. Ding. Over there, you're able to see my feet. Ding. And that's all we came to do, right? Move the hips. So I want to start in the posture and just feeling that you can kind of have this suspension on your spine. So pull your tummy in. Stand up nice and tall, and let's feel the energy of this movement by simply just breathing. Doesn't that sound nice? So let's take a deep breath in. So we feel that air kind of helping the spine feel long, and as we exhale, let's keep the spine long. Squeezing the inner thighs, let's do it again, breathe in. And as we exhale, good. So the hip bones are pushed back and in. We're going to tighten each thigh singularly, right? So the right side, the left side, one side, the other side. 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's tighten it up. Tight, tight, tight. A little faster. 1, 2, 3. Good job. Keep going, just side to side. If you want your hips to feel a little bit bigger, let's take that breath in and let's focus on the breathing, okay? So we're going to breathe in through the nose. We're going to breathe out through the mouth. Keep those hips going. Breathe in through the nose. And out. 2 and 5, 6, 7. A couple more times. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now, on that count of the breath, we're going to start adding the arms. Just a simple flow to the top. But we're going to really, remember that the arms are going to flow from the breath. So we start. Go. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good job. Breathe in. Now, the plie that you're in should feel comfortable. Keep going. Because all the tension is taken out of the ankles because the body feels uplifted, right? So you don't have to feel like it's getting too much down here. You can be nice and stretched, pushing through the floor. So let's move to twos. One side for 2, the other side for 2. Right, left, right, left. Right, left, right, left. Keep going. Right, left. Let's start with the breathing again. We're going to start here. Breathing goes. Out. Breathe in. Out. Breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Doubles. Doubles, doubles, doubles. Now look, we haven't come out of that plie, right? We want to really make sure that we're working the plie. So please, stay in plie. We're taking the sharp motion into a nice relaxed feeling with a little plie. The movement is loose and relaxed, even, not even tight, and we're going to feel that lifting up in the spine, like connecting with the floor. Good. So as we're creating motion in the body, good motion dancers, keep that motion going. Let's create the life in, let's say, the dance, right? Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Long spine. Should we do it with the arms? Breathe in. Breathe out. Keep it going. Breathe in. Breathe out. Keep going. Breathe. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's breathe in with our arms coming into the center. Breathe out. Keep that shimmy going. Relaxed and loose. Smile. Breathe in. Breathe in. Take it all in. Good. The best part, share it back. Give it back. Good. Keep that shimmy relaxed and loose. Really, my tummy is doing a lot of the work for my posture. My inner thighs are kind of the energy behind the hip motion, but my tummy, my ab muscles, dare I even say my psoas, keeping that bucket from like spilling out. If I spill out, I get real tired and I feel like it's stuck, right? So I gotta tuck in and under, make the back as flat as possible. Tuck it in and under. Don't give up. Keep smiling. Persistence. Patience. Happiness. It's good ingredients. So we're going to tuck it in and under. Keep that shimmy going. And then we're just breathing with our arms in and out. We're listening to that beautiful music, taking the beautiful music into our bodies, and sharing it back out. Breathe in, and breathe out. I think you're doing a great job. So let's not even stop here. Let's keep this shimmy going. And let's add our first layer of the day. So that's a little lean over to one side, little lean over to the other side. And what we'll call that is a change of weight. Tailbone under. Tailbone under. Tailbone under. Change of weight. Are you pulling your tummy back in a little faster? 1, 2, 1. Are you breathing? I bet we could find a breath in there. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good job. Breathe in. Breathe out. Excellent. So with that little shimmy, side to side faster. Right, left, right, left. You see, I don't have to make such a big movement. It's fast. So I'm going to cut the distance down. Good. 2, 2. Remember those doubles? Doubles. If we change change the weight on this tempo, we have a pretty good amount of time to make a big weight change. So we're back on the twos, doubles. 1, 2, change, 1, 2, change, 1, 2. All right. How's everybody doing? Good. Okay, thanks for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. Right, left, right. It's really important that you stay dancing, right? So let's keep it going. Do. There's 2 hits. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Are you getting both of them in? Good. Let's weight change. Right, left, right, left. I can do it in place. What does that look like? Just here. That was kind of our first drill, but now we want a little change of weight. Side, 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 side. This change of weight is how life is easier when you want to move around. So if I was taking a step, I need that weight change. It stretches out forward and back instead of side to side, but it's a good one. Here we go. Back it up. 2 and 2. 2. Forward goes. 2, 2. Ha, ha. My knees are bent. My tummy is tucked in. Back it up. Good job. 2 to the front, 2 to the back. 2 to the front, 2 to the front, 2 to the back. Just in a circle. 2 to the front, 2 to the back. 2 to the front, 2 to the back. Good. Left side or other side, whatever side is the opposite, front and back. 2 hips, 2 back, 2 hips, 2 hips, 2 hips. Good. Now we're at the single. My main focus when I do the single, besides really tucking my heels into the ground, is feeling my abs elongate my lower back. It helps me feel relaxed in the hips. So here are my singles too. And with this foot pattern, we're able to take the front step, back step. Front step, back step. Do you see that? I could just be in the same place. We have a weight change. It's not as dramatic, it's pretty fast movements. You might not be able to see it, but that lengthens to the front and back, front and back. Think of that step as a spatial pattern. Front, middle, back, middle, front, middle, back. Always pulling in, but the feet make that little pattern on the floor. 1, 2, 1, 2. Little rotation in the center, little promenade, all the way around. Hup, hup, hup. Good. So whatever foot is going front on the 1, there's 1. We want to switch to the other foot. 1. That gives us a chance to feel dominant on the other side. Also gives us a chance to practice a little bit more. Because it's time to drill, dancers. You better get those movements in there. Hips, 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 hips. Don't give up. Don't give up. So if I have any advice for making these hips move, it's feel comfortable in your plie and do not let, how do I say that? All right, I will take the chance to say it. Welcome, everybody. There's so many things. Hi, dancers. I love animal prints too. It's for all the kitty cats practicing at home. Because I know, I've heard that the cats are really fond of the channel. Okay, so, I'm just making that up. Okay, so nobody advised me that cats like the channel, by the way. I can say whatever I want. Okay, so what I want to say is, when you take a plie, you are not at the garbage dump. You are not dumping your body down to the ground, okay? I don't know what the opposite of the garbage dump is, but probably any place else. So when, let's say when you are taking your plie, you'll feel like you're on a hot air balloon ride, okay? So when you take a bend down into the ground, that is your extra chance to lengthen. So here's our hips. We're gonna want the hips to move only vertical. If you are really committed to this being your hip movement, take it easy, because we gotta start it. It's inside the body, right? We're gonna start it inside. After we perfect, not even perfect, we can get like close to studying the vertical movement. Then later you can add a horizontal like change of weight. But for the beginning, we don't really want to start off with this and that, okay? Perfect. This is cute, but not for today. So we're tucking the tummy in, we're squeezing the inner thighs, and we're looking at the vertical lift in the hip. And I think my main point that I wanted to say on this Saturday, the 4th of April, a very wonderful and an important day, that when you go to your plie, that is the chance to get on the hot air balloon ride and lengthen your spine. And you do that lengthening by taking the muscles that are the deepest in the abs, including the psoas, and like giving them a gentle embrace into the spine. So that compression into the spine lengthens the spine. And then I think what that also does will take the stress off the ankles. Because what I can sympathize with is probably for you, the first thing that happens is when you attempt to bend your knees, you feel some kind of undesired sensation inside the ankles, okay? Or like a stop feeling, a tension, a lock. So if you're feeling that tension inside the ankles when you want to take your plie, the key to unlock that box is here. So we're going to lift it up, we're going to let our spine feel nice and lengthened, and then what that's going to do is give the chance for the ankles to kind of sit in place just where they need to be. When the ankles are in place and relaxed and the knees are in place, those two parts of the joints turn into kind of like the mechanics of the movement, but the motor of the movement, the energy of the movement is deep inside the inner thighs, pushing the hip bones up while keeping the rest of the body relaxed. And as you see, this is a nice internal motion. So we're going to go back and forth, and we are not done with these hip movements yet. So for just the next couple of drills, we're going to focus on a single movement, a single on just one side. So before we were doing the scales of justice, the balance, the tick-tock, the back and forth. And now we're just going to only keep our minds and our thoughts on the single hip. And what that's going to take is relaxation, okay? So say that with me, relaxation. Did you say it? Relax. We will all relax. The best way, the way that you have already been practicing with me so much today, the relax. Right? The relax. All you have to do is breathe. So I want you to continue to breathe. And we'll add that into the drills. But here, when the knee is bent, that's when the hip falls. Remember that? When the knee is bent, the hip falls. And then when the knee goes straight, the hip is going to go up. I have to be able to relax down and come back to neutral. There's no place past neutral that I can go. So there's no way or higher. I have to go to the down part, down, and then come back up. Down, and then come back up. down, and then come back up. So I hope you're feeling that one, and if you're not, remember that my suggestion is to relax more. So if you're just feeling stuck, let go of all that stuck and feel what it feels like to kind of be droopy and goopy and like blah, blah, blah. And then once you get there, then go for, and we'll go back blah, and then blah, and then, so you gotta squeeze that up in there, all right? The more you lean on the leg, the more you might be able to feel this, but remember that lean is a weight change, and that's why we notice that we're not doing the side to side. We're just keeping it over here on one side. Don't lean away from it. It's not gonna work as well. So give me 30 seconds. Maybe if this is a moment to grab a sip of water, we will do it. And when we resume, we will get into our single hip bumps. I'm taking my drink now. Delightful. A new bonus of not being in the same routine that I was before. I'm able to reestablish like a really great drinking water routine, and I can feel really positive about that being a positive change in my life, which I have already tried, you know. So I'll say it'll just keep getting better and better with the water routine. That's good, right? We always need a lot of water. So, up, 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 up. With each squeeze, each contraction, I want you to feel the importance of the relax afterwards. So, up, relax, up, relax, up, relax, up, relax. Other side, and are you tightening? Are you getting that hip nice and tight? Tighten it up, tighten it up. 2, 3, 4. Keep going. 1. I want to give you the chance to really feel that connection down to the ground. Good. Other side. Faster. Keep going. Other side and up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Again. Good. So we're going to add a little dramatic weight change. Bring it back to your center. Can you see that weight change in the mirror? Other side. Lean out. Bring it back into the center. Just to the side. Back into the center. Good job. Little weight change. Bring it in. Last time. Good. So, twist. Twist back. The twist is in a center position. I gotta be able to twist my body through the spine. Hold the upper body. Other side. Twist front. Twist back. Always the knee relaxed and comes back to the contraction. But the supporting leg can add that twisting movement. Good. So what would happen if I had the twist, the slide, and the untwist, right? Little circle. Up and in. Start over. Are you get that? Doesn't have to be so big in the beginning. Actually, I would suggest that you never actually work for a big movement. Just keep it in mind, little picture in your mind where you'd like the hip to go, and in the beginning the weight changes can be as big as that, right? Other side, circle, twist to the front, out with a slide, twist to the back, start over to the front, to the side, Always pulling the tummy in. Good job, keep going. Twist to the front. All the way to the back. Back in. Push down through the ground. Keep the weight over the supporting leg. So you can really work that single leg, tightening a thigh. Yes, yes. 2 more times, go around. 2. Did you remember that the breath belongs in that movement, the circle? Exhale to the front, inhale to the back. Exhale to the front, inhale to the back. Good job. Excellent, excellent. Shake it up, shake it up, shake it up. So we had our hips, and we had singles, and we had back and forth. So we were doing the singles to make those little circles right there. We're going to go back to the balanced position of back and forth. We're going to add the inside twist. Good job. Keep adding that twist to the front, to the back, to the front, to the back. So my hips just side to side. The one is up, so we would call this one hip up. When I start to twist, my left, or whatever leg for you, goes back. 1, back, front, back. How does that feel? Are you getting it? Front, back, front, back, front, back. Is your tummy pulled in? Let's do it a few more times. Don't give up. It doesn't have to be big. Let's add the breath. As we start, we breathe in. And we exhale. Front. Breathe in. And exhale. Breathe in. Couple more. Breath. Keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Goes. Twist front, side, and back, and side. Breathe in. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are you ready for the arms? And front. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Middle 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, middle 8. Up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, middle 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In the center, 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Front, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, good. Shimmy. How does that feel adding all of those things together? Good, you got that shimmy in there? Twist. Squeeze the inner thighs. So if we twist, we could slide, bring the twist back and around. So my hips are in the shimmy position. Remember, the shimmy requires me to, no matter what, continue to dump the water back and down, right? So it pours all the way down. And that's why my hips have a shimmy sensation, because it feels like as loose yet raging as water pouring, right? I can stick my hand into it, but it has force, okay? Relax. So if I had a twist, which you should be loosened up for your twist, and if I had a slide, if I looked at my one hip, I'd be able to twist, slide, and start over. Round 2, bring it in. Are you breathing? I hope you are. Breathe. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Good. You ready to go to the other hip? Good. Are you with me? Other hip, other hip, other hip. We're going to twist. Twist, slide, breathe. Twist, slide, in. Twist, slide, in. Twist, slide, in. Excellent, excellent. because there's so many things we can do, but we're not going to move on to omis today. We're going to leave the plie movements there. How did that feel? Good job. Let's do another little sip of water. I don't know about you, but I need it. Those plie shimmies, they got me, they got me. All right. All right, the most important message there is when it comes to the ankles, really remember that as we plie down, let's uplift the body and take the energy in on the ankles, not. So, when we call this movement straight leg, I just mean that it's not plie. So, straight leg feels like I'm standing tall on top of something, and that I am, how do you say, like I'm kind of like, plie, I'm down in it, straight leg, I'm up on top. But I didn't ask anybody to join the military, so I don't intend to dictate exactly how straight your knees need to be, right? So that really has a personal, depends on your personal body. If your knees are very hyperextended and pushed back, you should have your knees bent, actually, but not in plie, and that's where the sophistication of learning the techniques behind dance and like educating yourself on dance becomes important. So let's just say if anybody's worried about knees and you think to yourself, what is a hyperextension, and you don't know, you can leave a comment for me, and I'll be happy to give you some resources to help you figure all that stuff out, right? So also if I'm using the word plie and you need some help with that too, I'm just right there on the computer, so tickety tight, and reach out and I will see what I can do by being resourceful for you. So, anything that happens here in this horizontal plane on top of the floor, let's say, like if I had a ball, and I could roll the ball on top of the floor in different shapes, those are going to be what I like to call straight leg movements. Now, the idea that the words I'm going to use are the correct words doesn't count. So I'm trying to use descriptive words for you. And I kind of will make a point when I think the word does count. Meaning, let's not use another word for that. For example, plie, let's not use another word for that. Let's agree that we're going to say the word plie. However, if I'm calling this a straight leg move and you have another wonderful, awesome, beautiful goddess of a belly dance teacher giving another name for that, let it be. Let it just be. Because I think we're all just trying to describe things in a certain way. And this one, horizontal movements, any movement that shifts around like a ball on top of the table, I personally like to describe as straight leg movements. Okay? So, straight leg movements have the most important fundamental movement of it all. And if you are one of my students right now, and in your head you didn't say to yourself, weight change, then, I don't know, try to get it in there, right? Try to get it in there. And if you're joining me for the first time, and you're asking what the word weight change means, it may not mean what you think right off the bat, right? That would be like that's a funny little test when I have it written on the wall of the studio. Weight change. I'm demonstrating weight change right now. The only kind of weight change we need to talk about in our body is the changing of the weight from a certain point, let's say forward, to the opposite point, let's say back. We also have a side-to-side point where the weight can change. And you as a human being, as a pedestrian, you will use weight change all the time. Look, I'm standing on this side, and when I got bored, I stood over here. Because what else do you have to do? Like, I have, a lot of attitude I can express on this side, but when I'm ready to take it to the next level, here it comes, right? So as a dancer, I'm going to use my weight change constantly. And technically right now, my weight change is best talked about when my legs are straight. So What I mean is I'm not plie and I'm not sinking down. I'm standing up on my first level, and I am going to take this opportunity to squeeze my inner thighs even more, and take my pelvis and try to put it like a box, like a square, like a brick. Can everybody picture a beautiful red brick in their mind? Can you picture that red brick being kind of set up like right here, as if I could slide it into my hips? What I want from that red brick when I do horizontal movements and when I'm working this whole next section is I would never want that red brick to tilt forward or to tilt back. So let's make this picture in our mind. Let's think of that red brick, and in the middle of the red brick, let's place, ooh, this is a good one, a beautiful marble. And I really want it to be a fancy, beautiful marble. So if you like pearlesque marbles, or if you like blue marbles, or if you like red wooden marbles, I don't know, but just like, you know, it's a marble. So it has to be a beautiful one, because marbles are really cool. And then you're gonna put the marble on top of the red brick here in the center, and as you're delicately shifting the weight of that brick, there is no tilt that will send that marble all around. So this is the opposite of that game you used to play, trying to get the marble in the hole. You want to make a lot of motion in that brick without moving that marble whatsoever. Okay, so another way I could say that is imagine that your hip bones are kind of like headlights. The headlights need to shine forward. They should not go all around like this, right? So I kind of like the brick analogy better, but now you can think of headlights. So as I start making the first simple motion, squeezing the inner thighs, remembering that the center of the body flows up, while the bottom half of the body pushes down, you're lengthening in the waist, that your weight is changing from right to left, but there it is, there's that little brick inside the hips, and it has to adjust in just the right way that my body isn't gonna let that marble like tilt off, okay? So remember that, there's a weight change right and left. When we take the next motion is gonna be a forward and a back. Sorry, I'm gonna take this section a little bit slow, and then I promise we're gonna get right back to rocking and rolling, because right here is the most important part that I'd like to talk about with you, which is, let's really understand that when I need that marble to stay on the brick, when I go to the back, I'm in the most danger of dropping my marble, right? So as I go around to the back, I have to pull and tuck my thighs under enough that the hip bones stay exactly square, all the way under, all the way around, lengthening as long as you can, strong. This feels so good. This is like a yummy. Yes, love this life. I love Saturday. I love it all right here. Tuck it down and under, and then bring it forward. So when I come back, it almost feels like a sit-up, because I'm tucking my hip bones high into my center, and then all the way around, pulling in, and then all the way around, pulling in, and then all the way around. So I love this idea of thinking of that little marble on top of the brick. The brick is in between our hip bones, and we're trying to keep all of that nice and still. So we start with side to side, then we have a front and back. That front and back will seem easy. Once we start to add the twist, the side to side never goes away. Then we're in a figure eight, and we're going to mix those circles and figure eights together. And so if you can't really follow me and you're feeling your own flow, excuse me, by the time we get there, I just want you to go with the flow. Like, we're using this on our, we're going to do this our Moxum, doom tech, tech doom tech, 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 and then we'll add all of our extra things, okay? So the slide, the weight has to change each time you hear a doom. That's your goal there, that's your goal. Let's see if we can get it. And let's see if we hit it right on the doom, 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 doom. Hope you can hear that music. Doom, doom, doom. Now, when I get to the front and back sections, I'm around in the same place by the doom, and doom, and doom, doom, around, and around. Keep going. 1, 2, 1, 2. Good, other side. We go. Do, and back. Good, where's the breath? Breathe in the back. Breathe in the back. Breathe in the back. Other side. Reverse. 1, breathe in. 2, breathe in. 3, breathe in. 4. Reverse 1. When I take the reverse, I'm just doing that pattern of 4 and then half. Reverse. Good. When I take the half, all I have to use is use that time to slow down. Here it comes, slow down. Other way. 2, 3, breathe in. When I approach, I'm just slowing down. Other side. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Slow down, slow. 1, 2. If you think of the circles, I do 3 full circles and then only half. 1, 2, 3. And if you think that's a hard pattern to remember, that's okay. You remember it once. It works for all your moves. We'll do it many times. Good. 5, 6 and a half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and a half. 1, 2, 3, 4. Are you getting that tuck back in every time? Every time there's a tuck back, breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe in. Other side. Breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe in. Other side. Good. Twist back. Change the weight. Twist back. Change the weight. Twist back. Change the weight. Twist back. Change the weight a little faster. Smaller. 1, 2. Squeeze your inner thighs. Find your center. 1, 2. 1, 2. Good job. 1, 2, 3, 4, and down. Twist. In the center. Arms up. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and down. 5, 6, 7, 8. I want you to do exactly the same arms. Exactly the same slide. Let's take away the twist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4. With the twist. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last time. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. So, for me, I feel like this move becomes very easy when we have understanding of our 3 basic motions. The first motion we worked on quite a lot. It was the up and down, and we know we can only get up and down when we plie. So we got to get down there and plie. Then we moved on to our straight leg motion. And the straight leg motion really is all about the horizontal plane. But in this horizontal plane, we kind of have 2 spaces. We can go side to side, yet we also have the twisting space. Right? Good. So we had those figure 8s, and we had circles. But the common thread, the thing that was the same in all of those movements, was the slide and the straight leg. So, if you hear the music that's here, so our side, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Let's just start right back. 5, 6, 7 goes 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Little circle go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So the weight always shifts. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, and right, left, right, left, right. Nothing changes. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Double time. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Circles, go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Back and forth. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Do your circles back and forth, back and forth. What do I mean by back and forth? It just goes right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Same rhythm. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Circles, go. 1, 2, 1, 2. Right and left. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Keep going. 1, 2, 1, 2. Figure 8. 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's do it again. Circles, circle, circle, circle. Figure 8. That sway always stays the same. One side, other side, one side, other side. Same when we go. Figure 8. To the side, to the side, to the side. Last 2 times. Forward. Figure 8. Circle the other way. Pull it in. And circle. Pull it in. All right. So, if I want to start adding my upper body into the hip circle, that's not what we were just doing. We were just doing keeping the upper body here and moving the hips under the upper body. So what do I mean by moving the upper body? I mean to start manipulating this tabletop kind of position. So we're going to mimic that tabletop position, and we're going to do it by going back to the first part of the class. And the first part of the class, we had this flat back we were working on, right? And we were stretching and rolling and so on and so forth. So, to know, once you start to go over, the over comes from pushing in, lengthening the spine, and then that start space helps your back go over. It's kind of hard to do big hip circles if you're not feeling where you're supported. Now, every time I mention, hey everyone, every time I mention that this has to go into the body, remember that this is accompanied by the inner thighs too. So sometimes I just don't have enough time or space to also say that. But if there was like a sign that I could have that always says squeeze your inner thighs, I mean it, that sign would be here. Squeeze your inner thighs, I mean it. So now you see that we're squeezing the inner thighs, we mean it, and that's what's going to help allow this kind of tabletop position to come from. So now, get one thing out of your mind for me. Get out of your mind the stirring or the swirly or the loop-diddy-loop that the illusion of this beautiful, wonderful, feminine, beautiful, awesome, but difficult move has to offer. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the same idea of the brick and the marble, beautiful marble, lovely marble. Maybe it's a pearl. Holding that on there when you go around of all sides is going to be really important. Another way I like to say that is that the hips have to work like headlights, and the headlights have to go forward all the time. I say that because my ballet teacher used to tell us that all the time when we were making movements with our hips, that it wasn't, that you're not supposed to manipulate the hips. The hips stay down, squared, and forward, not tilted back at all times. So we're going to use that same passion for straight pelvises in this dance too. So I'm getting all that by squeezing my thighs together, really keeping my inner thighs, my adductor muscles rotated and around. So we were doing our side to side. We added the front and the back spot, and so when I hit those front and back, that changed my shape to a circle. I made my circle even better, and I began to dance when I began to breathe, so it's breathing in towards the back. Breathing out towards the front, in towards the back, out towards the front. Every time we go in towards the back, it's like a sit-up, my back elongates. Here it gets longer, it stays compressed, and then it gets deeper and longer. And then remember, we breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, excellent, breathe out. So that's where we were. So the one manipulation now that we're able to add to this motion is a forward and back. Excellent. Forward and back. I get forward by squeezing my inner thighs, tucking my tummy in, and lengthening my spine. Good. So here it is. I'm going to say this. I'll say it once, and I guess you can rewind it if you need me to say it 10 more times. Maybe. I think I'm going to say it 10 more times. But you're going to take your weight change. Then you're going to take that vertical movement. Then you are going to do a weight change. And then you are going to reverse that motion. So remember what I just said. Weight change, weight change, weight change, weight change. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Breathe in. 2, 1, 2. I'm going to take a step back because I think that what is most valuable here is that you see where the weight change is. When I go straight forward and back, my weight is on one leg, my inner thighs squeeze together, my tushy's not, like, this is probably where everybody goes wrong. This is where we should be going right. It should be an absolute straight line, inner thigh pulled into your center. Then we, boom, switch it over to the other side and then come straight up. To one side, straight to the back, to the other side, straight to the front, to one side, straight to the other side. Yes, if you see the weight change, it looks big and juicy. Good. Now, the story here, and you may not understand, what I'm doing is I'm not destroying my body. Tuck the inner thighs together, push everything together. This is a motion that really can do a number on us, and not in a good way, right? Because if I just let this swing around, look, if I just let it swing around, I'm doing a lot of things that can be considered stressful on my ligaments or my joints. So from the very beginning, even though it is a structured practice, let's just remember that for hip circles, big hip circles is what I would call it. Side, there's the big movement, side and up. We gotta really let that weight change be enough. Weight change. And here, my hips are staying forward, they're not twisting. And 1, 2, 1, 2. So let's say that even this is a little bit smaller. This is the big part. Switch and up. 1, breathe in. Remember, we always breathe in when we're in the back. Should we reverse? Other side, hips forward. 1, breathe in. Back and front, change the weight. Other side and in. So my inner thighs, everything from the center really feels like it controls this movement. 1, breathe in and change the weight. Again, forward, breathe in and change the weight. Again, change the weight and exhale and around. I think I said the breath wrong. Change the weight. Inhale, there it is, and forward, back. So I go flat back, change the weight, and up, change the weight, flat back, change the weight, and up. When you see the movement just implies by its sheer, beautiful, illusionary motion, dancers or magicians, it just looks so curvy and so big. But remember, what our practice was pretty boring. Our practice was a square. Change the weight. Change the flat back. Change the weight. And up. Change the weight. And flat back. And change the weight. And up. Change the weight and flat back. Change the weight and up. Change the weight and flat back. Change the weight and up. Excellent. When you do that, sometimes the arms can be so curvy and be so flowy that then we start to kind of curve the circle, and that's, I think, also something that gets us off in the wrong way. So when we want to stay on the right weight change, let's in the beginning just keep our arms in the same place so that we can make sure that through repetition, through breathing, that we can get that muscle memory just right. And the good news about some of those things is once we start to move the upper body, we start to get a lot of like bigger moves in there. Okay, so we want to make sure that we are practicing our big hip circles correctly from the beginning. Slide, flat back, weight change. Don't overdo it. Slide, flat back, weight change. Don't overdo it. Each, if you wanted to count it at home, like maybe do a drill on your own, you can count it 2 counts each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you want to get super, super, super fancy, you look at yourself in the mirror, you keep your chin in the same place. Slide to the other side. Keep your chin in the same place. Forward. Change the weight, keep the chin in the same place. That's what makes it look big. And up. Do. Right? So if you want to practice making it look big, you'll have to find a little point to where you can practice seeing your chin not move from here, whoop, to over here, whoop, and back up, right? And it's okay if you're doing it in the beginning and you're getting that weight change in, but you're not quite getting the isolation in the upper body. So you can, those are just a few things to work on in the big hip circle. So, straight leg motion, if I add the front and back to the side to side, I start to get that big hip circle. If I want to make a dramatic big hip circle by adding my upper back, timing and actually movement changes. So when I do these and I'm not using my upper back, it really feels different than when I start to use the upper back, just because, I don't know, it's because this can feel, to me, this can feel a little bit more pushy and more curvy. Well, every time I do this one, I gotta really make sure it's kind of like a robot. And what will happen is I'll catch myself doing it in performance and just letting it like go, 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 go. Hey Diana, welcome. I'm glad you're here. When I let it go, 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 it just ends up being really, you know, splayed out there. So, a little pattern here. If you can see my feet, we're going to do some hip circles, and the hip circles are going to have just a pretty simple pattern, and you could see it, or you could listen to it, or you could have that sense memory of when we were together in the studio, that these foot patterns, this is what I call the 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1, 2. Just a basic step together. When my feet are open, my hip is forward. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. And we did only the half. We stopped on the half side. And now we're going to come back the other way. Forward, back, forward, back, forward, back, forward. Now, when I take my next step, instead of doing the forward, we're going to change that right here to the twist. So that's pretty dramatic, because the first time we did it, we slid the weight, we pushed it forward. Now when we go here, what we're going to do is we're going to pull back and then let it relax. Pull back, let it relax, pull back, let it relax, pull back, let it, and then the other way, pull back, relax, pull back, relax, pull back, relax, pull back, and now we're ready to think of the new shape, the circle shape. So instead of continuing the pull and the spiral, instead of spiraling my body, now I'm going to do what I kind of think of this maybe like stirring the pot, right? And spiral is wringing the rag, so it's a different direction. So when I do the circles, I feel my body go around, 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 and then I hold, other side, around, around. So you feel that around is my point. Now here you feel center, center, center. There's a squeezing in the center, other way, center, 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 and circle. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and center, back, 3, 4, front and back. Now twist, figure 8, pull back, let go, pull back, let go. Feet can be nice and small. If you didn't have any room, that would be okay, because essentially you could do all this in place, no need to go anywhere. Excellent, good. Then we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, shift, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you know what we'll do on the 7 and 8? We'll just add little twisties around, 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 around. Once you get up and you feel the straight line, check it that you're in that nice position with the little twist. Pull it in, shift over, sit up, twisty, twisty, twist. Okay? Okay, okay, okay. Let's see how fast we're gonna do this. Let's see what our tempo's gonna be. Slow first, then a little bit faster. Hip circles might always be there. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pull back. 1, 2, 3. The smaller the steps, the better. Pull back, pull back, pull back, pull back. Hip circle, front, back, side, up, shimmy. Good, pull back and in, tuck it over, shift, up, 2. Again, 1, 2, 3. 2, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good. You want to go faster? Let's go faster. Let's go down. Let's go faster. So it's got to be smaller steps. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Can we do it? Here we go. And 1, 2, 1, 2. Again. 1, 2, 1, 2. Back. 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3. How'd that go? How'd that go? Can we do it again? Tight, small, hip circles first. Good. 1, 2, 3, reverse. 1, 2, figure 8 from next. Back, and back, switch, back. Back, big hip circle, back, in, and up, and shift, wait, up, and shift, and up. Let's do it one more time. 6, 5, 6, 7, tiny steps, goes. 1, 2, 3, reverse, 1, 2, 3, and back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and around, in, and back, and back. We got one more lady dancers. Down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up. Let's hit that one end, two, one end, up. Other foot. Down, up, down, down, up. Down, up, down, down, up. Let's go from the top. So to get the first motion, just the hip, I want to connect with the floor, pushing down. Can you see that I'm turned out? One foot is front, push down, push down, push down. My hip is relative to the music. This is kind of like a neutral one. If I wanted the accent to be up on the one, all the beats, I hit the up, two, one, two, one. If I want my accent to be down, there it is. On the one, one, two, three, four. Pull your tummy in, stand up tall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Other side. Just neutral. Every beat, up and down, then up and down, then up. But what about just the up, up, or down, down. So that's the first thing we're using is down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, drop, drop, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down. Other side, up. Okay, let's go. 6, 7, and down, up, down, down. I missed it because I forgot. And up, and. You hear that, and? To get the down, I must have the up. And down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up. All right. So, next thing we need to add. Down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up. Just that plie. There we got it all. You got it. Down, up. Up. Down, down, down. Down, up, down, down. Up, down, up, down, down, up. Other side. Down, up, down, down, up. Down, up, down, down, up. Down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 down. All right. Okay. Here we go. We're going to do it a couple times. Let you move around the space that you have. Pretty simple, pretty easy. You're going to have a slide. 1 and a 2, 3 and a 4, down, up, down, down, up. 1 and a 2, 3 and a 4, down, up, down, down, up. 1, 2, down, up, down, down. And actually, let's step on that. Let's always do it alternating. That'll be a little bit more fun. So, from the top, if you start with one leg, you'll step down, down, heel, down, up, down, down. Remember 7, 8, we always do something different, so let's just add the step. Then we're going to go to the other side. 1, 2, 3. Now on the other side, down, down, then you step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Step 8. 1 and a 2, 3 and a 4, 5 and a 7, 8. That 8 is going to be hard. It's just going to mean you're going to have to count your music, which is all good. You just count that music and do your thing. Here we go. Here we go. Last little set for this extra extended belly dance class. Decided we're going to just, emergency. Emergency. Backup plan. Let's see. I just have to count it. My music died. That's okay. We'll count it, then we'll take a break. 5, 6, 7 goes. Doom, tack, doom, doom. tack, doom, tack, doom, doom, tack. Other side, doom, doom, tack, doom, tack, 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 doom, doom. You have a step and a hip, step and a heel, hip and hip, step and a hip, down and down, step, other side and a heel, down and other side heel, down and yes, take a big deep breath in. Feel the love. Thank you, dancers. That is the conclusion of our very first belly dance class of this Saturday, April 4th, a very wonderful, beautiful, important day to me. Happy birthday, Federico. And so we're going to move on to our dance technique class. I want everybody to take a good 7-minute break. Sorry we're not like matching the schedule, but here's a couple things you need to know. You can replay these videos when you would like to. You can press pause on these videos when you were interrupted. You can return to this video, even if you do not like the entire video. Perhaps there's a portion of the video where you go, aha, I loved that camel, and that camel motivated me to keep cameling, so I'm going to do that drill over and over to just that one section of the stream. That's fine. Whatever you get out of it is what you get out of it, and we are so appreciative that you would even click to join us, so thank you all. Other thing about the stream is that you will need to, as you stream, pick your, use a gear. It's a setting gear. It's at the lower corner. I actually think it's there. I think it's there. And you pick that and you go to a higher number if you would like to see me less pixelized, if that's a possibility. Today we're doing a great job on the stream, keeping it rocky and rolling, so that's exciting, and you're giving it a thumbs up, that's exciting. You are here, that is exciting. Big, quick, small, 10-minute break. Little apple, little orange, some water, and we'll bring our beautiful bodies back to the dance floor in 10. Thank you so much. In 10, we'll come back in 10. All right, I want to welcome you back to the Los Angeles Bellydance Academy. I am Stefanya. It's great to be with you. My technical things have not been set up yet. However, I am going to start here down on the floor. So I've tried to change my camera angle a bit. Could be all right. I think it's a little tilted than me. Let's see if I can bring it back here. But as you're getting ready for class, I just ask that you take some nice soothing breaths. The ultimate purpose of what we're about ready to get into is to do some strength training in the body. Or I shouldn't even call it that. What I should call it is conditioning. Now, as we get ready to do this conditioning class, you need to keep in mind that dance is an active sport. And you alone are required to keep yourself in balance when it comes to your own body's limitations. You can consult professionals, and you should dance at your own risk. So as we begin, I'd like for you to notice that your heels must be together. Right? Your heels must be together. So the toes are on the balls of the feet. If you're wondering where the balls of your feet are, you're going to find them in this posture here. Balls of the feet and heels together. Now, as we begin class, it may feel a little rusty to get going here. So you are allowed to be who you are in this position. The one thing you are not allowed to do is make space between the heels. So as much as you're struggling with it, just go with the flow. We're going to begin to squeeze the inner thighs. Feel the hip bones rise up into the center line of the body. And we're going to begin to breathe. Breathe in. Breathe out. Pull the tummy into the lower back. Try to flatten the back. Breathe in. Breathe out. If you feel like swaying back and forth, if that's how it is for you today, that's great. If today you feel like a mountain rooted firmly in the earth, that's fine too. Celebrate who you are. Be active in the position. And let's interlace the fingers, bring the knees together, put the hands flat on the floor, and kick the legs up into the sky. So, now that you are in your first kind of blood-flowing position here, I want you to take your hands and walk them out, but as you walk them forward, I want you to lift your abs into your lower back. So with every step out of the hand, you have your spine pushing deeper and lower. Lengthen that spine. Lengthen those heels. Heels push down into the floor. Inner thighs squeeze together. Activate those inner thighs. Tuck the tailbone under, so essentially your tushy is rotating down. Now, as your tushy is rotating down, I want you to look in at your belly button. Look deep into your belly button. Good job, good job, good job. Lengthen, 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 lengthen. Yes, I can lengthen by pushing my feet into the floor and pushing my hands through the earth. Good job. Take all the time that you have, just continue to breathe. You can gently move the neck side to side if you get a lengthening feeling at the top of your head. And let's walk the hands back. Good job. Walk the hands back. And we're going to return back into that plie position. So as we bend the knees, we're lifting everything up and in. The heels are going together. I'm lifting up as tall as I can. Up, in, and relax. Breathe.
Breathe in. Breathe out. If the feet aren't quite close enough to have the heels actually pressed together, just go ahead and bring them closer. Squeeze those inner thighs, lift up, shoulders down. Breath is the most powerful part of the action or the practice that you can take, so you just keep breathing. Interlace the fingers, drop the head over, hands into the earth, hips high into the sky, and walk it out. Pull the tummy deep into the lower back. Glance into the belly button, long line. Breathe into this posture. Breathe. The inner thigh should always be wrapping inward. The calves should be wrapping inward. The heels should be placed directly underneath and behind the toes. Are you staying strong? You feel that tingling? Yes. You are alive. The body is saying confirm. Good job, dancers. We have one more round to go. We're going to bend the knees. We're going to put the heels together. We're going to take a deep breath in. We're going to say, yes, we can. Here we go. Yes, we can. Squeeze inner thighs. Lift the chest up. Breathe in. Lift, lift, lift. Breathe in. Now, good thing about this virtual studio is you are in control. You get to fast forward this video if this move isn't right for you. So don't worry about anything. You get to do as you wish. If this is a nice challenge and you enjoy the challenge, then let's take it together. And if not, no worries. You can just move past and find what really is calling out to your heart as what your practice should be today. So here we go. Last time. Hold, 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 hold. Breathe in. Interlace the fingers. Breathe out. Contract. Roll up. Nice job. Walk it out. Walk it out. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Continue to breathe. Continue to breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Making a deep connection with the earth. You can almost feel like you're pressing the earth away. So the fingers are spread out. They're comfortable. They're almost, getting in there, becoming one with the ground. So we're going to lift up high onto the balls of our toes. And then we're going to lengthen belly button in towards the lower back and push those heels down to the floor. So breathe in, up high on the tip, 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 tip toes, and all the way back down. A few more times. Up. Squeeze your inner thighs and down. Breathe in, up, and down. Good. So we're going to lift the left leg, or whatever leg. I guess that's not even my left. It doesn't matter. One leg up into the sky. I'm going to use my arms. Really kick as high as you can. Up and up and up and up and up and up. Good. And switch. Other leg. Push that up high into the sky. Push, 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 push. Good. Bend it, come it back in. Awesome. Walk your hands back to your feet. Awesome. So we're going to grab those heels. We got a plie. And up, plie, and straight. Exhale, plie. Straighten one last time, roll it. Excellent job. Now, I know you can't see me. Well, we'll do it when we stand up. Let's come down to the ground then. Sorry, let's just change it up because of my camera. So we're going to start down here on the floor in our butterfly position. This position really gives you the chance to sit up nice and tall. We want to feel the sit bones down to the floor. If you rock back and forth, you may or may not be able to feel those two buttons
push, 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 push down. We don't want to be back over here. Okay, we don't want to be on the squishy part. We'll be forward, muscles engaged. Last thing we want to do, if you feel it, let's lift those heels off the floor. Nice and tall. We're going to work on the lower back. We're going to exhale, contract. That's with your exhale. Then our shoulder comes down into our toes. Then we push into a nice long flat back. That flat back is important. And then we'll take that flat back up to the top. So we exhale, down. Inhale forward. Lengthen into the flat back. Bring it back up. And exhale, down. Lengthen. And up. A few more times. Exhale. Down. Up. And last time, exhale, all the way down. Breathe in and up. And smile, let's reverse. Goes flat back and down. Roll it in and to the top. Again. Flat back and down. Roll it in to the top. 2 more times. Flat back over. Roll. 3, 4, last time. This time we're going to let the heels come down. We're going to tuck in to this position and we're literally going to hold. So to get a good stretch here, we're going to take our time. I'm going to share with you a couple of tips and techniques, but that doesn't really mean that you should be engaging or in action. In fact, let's just take this time as the most important thing to be doing is lengthening into your stretch. So here, I'm going to feel like there's a little weight down on my lower back. That weight is pressing down, but also giving me energy that flows out and forward. So I don't just have to hunch over and hope for the best. I'm a little bit active in lengthening forward and then going down. So there's a nice flow. As I'm doing all that lengthening and flowing, the breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, is constant. And more important than my words. So just focus on that breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now if you want, your elbows can go onto, not the knees, but just right below the knees. Spreading the legs out and down. Get a nice deeper stretch. Sometimes I like to grab the backside of my ankles underneath, use my elbows on the outside, press down. Pulling the abdomen into the lower back is probably the most important thing you should be doing. I want you to tuck those abs into the lower back, lengthen. And on your next really deep breath, you breathe in and I want you to rotate going just over to one side. So when you go over to that one side, think of the opposite side of what you're leaning to, that the back here is lengthening. So you want to pull more into the abs in the front part of the body to get this to really stretch long and spiral over. There you go. Now, once you get that nice long stretch, you can take that arm on that open side, and it's not on the knee, not on the knee at all, but on the thigh, below the knee, on the squishy part of the leg. It's a rotation down and out. So I'm going to open up by pulling in here and pushing. Breathe in. Breathe out. Again, breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Good. Really open that hip, relax that hip, open the back. Right. Now, you're just going to switch your weight to the other side, you're gonna see me move my butt around, but don't move your own butt. You can keep that tushy right in the same spot. And then we're just gonna reach over to the other side. I just wanted to give you a different angle in case you need to see it, that I am pushing not on my kneecap, not at all on my kneecap, back here on my thigh. I'm rotating down towards the ground and also out and away, and I'm pulling my abs, and that's all to get this to stretch. So see how I have to do a lot of things that don't really have much to do with the area that I'm stretching? The area that I'm stretching is just in a state of relaxation. So just breathe in, relax. The best way to relax is connecting to the breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Oh. Last deep breath in, recover. Good, last time, we're just gonna go down to the center. Get lower this time, lower, 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 lower. You can do it, pull. Down, get down there, get down there, get down there, go. Are you down there? You can do it, keep going. No fidgeting, don't look around. Just breathe. Woo. Breathe. Good. You can recover. Good job. That was amazing. That was amazing. Did you feel all that stretching in your body? When you come up, do you feel already energized to keep those the spine nice and long, not compressed, but like a dancer, like nice and opened up? Awesome, dancer. So, as you're sitting here and you have your butterfly position, I want you to notice where your knees are. Okay, so you're sitting and you're noticing where your knees are. Where your knees are, I want you to put your wrists about where your knees are. Awesome. And then I want you to put your arms up into the air. Awesome. This is where your arms should probably be while you're dancing. Notice that a lot of you keep your arms somewhere over here. You don't have that much turnout. And this butterfly position really kind of gives us that information. So if we get into our butterfly and we feel real comfortable and we're sitting up nice and tall, right? We put our elbows or our wrists on top of our knees. And then from there, our arms just go straight out. That straight out gives us that peripheral vision to where we would comfortably be able to move the arms at all times. Remember, the reason why I show you that is because that's a really different line than here. Okay, so moving on, we're not going to put our arms out there, but what we are going to do is we are going to put our legs out there, right? So I'm going to sit up tall and I'm going to have my legs on that same line as my hands. Now you can drop your hands down and I'm going to adjust my position, but you probably are in a comfortable spot. You don't need to adjust, but I'm adjusting so you can see my legs here. There we go. Here we go. Yes. So, there we are. When I'm here, I'm going to be trying to find my sit bones. That's the same thing that I was doing just before when I had my feet in the butterfly position, right? I'm trying to find the area of my body that's pushing down into the floor as if my feet were doing that. So I'm always feeling the same thing no matter where I stand. Now, when I feel those two bones down on the floor, my arms are to the side, and I'm going to work my lateral, I don't know if that's the right word. I'm going to work my lats just to get my chest to move side to side. In our last class, we didn't do a lot of upper body work, but we did do those big hip circles. And when we do big hip circles, the one thing we didn't really get the time to go over was how important the lats are to separate the upper body and the lower body faster. 1, 2. So we're just taking small little chest slides, feeling those from the lats. Under the shoulder blade, push us down. Good. And then I'm going to let it sway out to the side, sway. sway. With each one of those sways, I want you to feel what's comfortable, what's pushing down onto the ground. Do you feel those sit bones? Do you feel that work coming from the legs? Pushing out through the hips and out through the arms. Yes. Yes. Connect all the muscles in the body. Beautiful. Good. Good. So one arm is going to lift up and over. And when we take this first stretch up and over, let's remember that our shoulders are parallel to our wall. Okay? So my shoulders should be facing directly parallel to the wall. When we're in the studio, this is the moment that we say the shoulders are parallel to the mirror. So you could think of the direction of the mirror, up and over, other side. And you can think about keeping your shoulders parallel. Now, what is not parallel? This is not parallel. You're gonna push and pull, and that's internal, shoulders push and pull, and then also arms both directions. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's pulse. 5, 6, 7. Good. Like we're kind of taking a little squeeze. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my gosh, so many directions. Let's do it a few more times. What a good exercise. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. My legs are moving in 2 opposite directions with every pulse. I'm rotating out and away. Nice. With every pulse, I'm spiraling, making sure that I'm right on top. And also, my arms side to side. 2 more times. Breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Lengthen every single time. Last time. 2. Are you opening your legs? Are you using your inner thighs? Good. 6, 7. And as we go over to the other side, we start with our parallel to the mirror. And now we're going to flip around and we're going to pull our spiral, our twist, so that we go parallel to the floor. Parallel to the floor is not that easy. So remember to bring that shoulder that was our up shoulder, bring it down across the body and bring that shoulder down to the floor, down to the floor. Here we go. Breathe in. Lengthen every muscle in your body away from the center. So both legs are moving out. The head is lengthening long. The body is pulling around, getting that spiral. Beautiful. How does that feel? Does that feel good? Stretching is my favorite part. I love it. So as we go around into the center, I want you to pretend like there's a weight on your lower back. You want to get a nice deep stretch inside the lower back. Now, there's a couple places where we could go wrong, and what I like about not being in a public setting is that at this point you don't get the chance to look around at other people and compare yourself to other people. I don't know, maybe somebody's at your house doing it with you. Maybe your dog is really good at stretching, I don't know. But let's say in general I can assume that you have less people to look at to compare yourself to. However, keep stretching, don't stop, breathe while I talk, breathe while I talk. You do have the image of me that's reflecting at you to compare to. So let's not take things like flexibility to be the comparative point. Let's take things like the position of the body and what we're all reaching for to be what's going on. So it's not that you would be successful if your body can look exactly like mine. So let me see what I mean by that. So I'm comfortable with a certain amount of stretch down. But what I know is, no matter where my down is, I'm actually just stretching right through here. So I'm really making sure that my lower back is here. So here's my point. If you saw me be this low, and you go, okay, I gotta go that low, you may choose to go like this. But you see that my shoulders don't have anything to do with my back, therefore this is not a stretch. This is the stretch that we're all doing together. So I could be very shallow in my stretch, but still pushing into the center. And I could really be working it here, right? But if I'm here, I'm not working it at all. So just remember that your lower back is pressing down into the center of the floor. Did you get all that? Awesome. So now as we recover in the middle, we used our inner thighs to roll up. We stretched over to the side so we were parallel. And now we're going to spiral so we become parallel with the floor. Really takes a lot of pulling, a lot of lengthening out of both legs. So as much as you're going to one direction, I want you to stretch out to the other direction. And we're going to breathe into this stretch. So you breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in. Wonderful. Good job. Come around into the center. Lengthen long into the center. Excellent work. Roll up, roll up, roll up, roll up, roll up. All right, good. So here's our feet. Our feet are on the floor. And what we're going to do is we're going to work our demi-point. That's pulling the toes back. That's where we find the ball of the foot. So we talk about the ball of the foot a lot. Then from the flex, we're going to bend both of our knees up. And we're going to squeeze our inner thighs so our knees rotate back. Did you feel that? Did you feel yourself sitting up tall? And now we're going to reverse the position and allow those legs to undulate all the way out. So I squeeze and I pull back. And I exhale and lengthen. Breathe in and breathe out. 10 more times. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Keep going. Sit up tall. And 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Good. Just the right leg. And right and lengthen. And right and lengthen. And rotating in the inner thighs. Keep going. Left side, other side. And 2. Keep breathing. Lengthening. Keep breathing and lengthening. Keep breathing and lengthening. Sit up tall. Both legs go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7. Hold 8. Pulse 2, 3. Sit up tall and pulse 2, 3. Sit up tall and pulse. Pulse, 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 pulse. Sit up taller. Arms out 2, 3, 4. Rotate back, rotate back, rotate back, 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 back. Arms up. You're slightly in front of your center. Little lengthen out, lengthen out, lengthen out. Hold, strong flat back. Lengthen the legs, lengthen the body, and point the toes back up to the center. Long lines, go over. Squeeze the inner thigh, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Long line, long line, and back up, back up, back up. Remember, the neck and the head is a part of the spine. Over, 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 squeeze, 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 squeeze all that you got. Where are you squeezing? You're squeezing in the back. Opposition, opposition. Squeeze and up. Good, you have 2 more to go. Over, 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 squeeze, hold, 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 hold. Bring it up, bring it up, bring it up, bring it up, bring it up. Last one, we go all the way over. Hold, 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 hold. Good, arms come in and around. And last time, big stretch. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth. In through the nose. And out through the mouth. Roll up. Good job. Roll it in. I know that's the hard part. Good, there you are. There you are. So, flat back, so important. Flat back when you sit up in your pike position is really important. And when we flex our feet, it's super important that your heels are off the floor. So you better get those heels off the floor. Heels off the floor and roll through the point. And demi and flex, sit up tall, demi and point. Flat back, flex, sit up tall. Don't be putting your hands on the ground. Keep them off the ground. Sit up tall and stand. Breathe. And 1, 2, 1. We're going to turn out. So you turn out with your inner thighs. Flex and point again. Turn from the hips. Flex from the hips. In and good. You always get a chance to sit up taller and keep breathing. You get the chance to sit up taller and keep breathing. Reverse. Go flex off the ground. Turn out. Roll through the point. Sit up taller. Flex through the ground. Roll out. Keep going. And breathe. Then make me smile. Good job, dancer. Squeeze those inner thighs. Last time. 1, 2, 3. Turn it in. Breathe in. Arms up. Good. Exhale. Lift up out of the body. Out and down. That's a lengthening out. Like as if somebody was here, they'd be pulling my fingertips all the way out. And notice that my tushy is flying back towards the mirror just as much as I'm holding that out. I rotate down and I roll back. Sit up tall, pushing down to the ground. Breathe in, arms up. Lengthen as you go out and down. Lengthen longer, 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 longer. Yes. And roll back, roll back, roll back, roll back. Breathe in, arms up. This is the last one. We're going to go out and down, and when we get over there, we're going to stay. So I need you to stay. Grab those toes. Pull. Breathe. Squeeze your inner thighs. Relax. Lengthen. Breathe. Lengthen. Breathe. Lengthen. Breathe. Good job. Now, I want you to stay over as deep as you can. Grab those toes. Smile. And pull those heels off the floor. Heels must come off the floor. Tuck your tummy in. Tuck, 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 tuck. Pull, 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 pull. Wow. All the way down. Roll. Excellent. Okay. Yes. 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 Excuse me. All right, so we're going to sit up nice and tall. You knew that. The contraction is down into the tuck. I think it's going to feel a little bit more obvious from here. Tuck, 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 tuck. So when I go for my tuck, I'm tucking my inner thighs under. That's your contraction, and this is your neutral. Contraction, neutral. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7. Little pulses up, pulse up. So let's say this for a second. This is the same as belly dance. The point that's the sink down is the contraction. The lifting back up is the neutral. Contract, go neutral. Contract, contract. So it kind of reminds me of the back end of a rocking chair, how if you pulled it back there and you let go of that tension you created, it's going to rock you back to the beginning piece. It's not, this is the beginning, and then you pull yourself up, and then you relax, and then you pull yourself up, and then you relax. That's not really how the dancer body is going to work. So remember here, what we were saying is that the initial movement is the contraction that you're like, ah, and then you're relaxing. Contract, contract, up, 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 up. Use all those muscles here. Good. Heels off the floor. Heels off the floor. Right leg out. Switch. Both arms together. 1, 2, 3, 4. One leg out. Switch. Good. So we're going to extend this movement. We're going to go up. We're going to exhale, contract all the way down. The arms go out flat. Good. And then as we come up, we exhale, we contract, and then we go flat again. So think of this as straight, contract, exhale, then we're straight. Feels good to be straight. Exhale, contract, straight. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. And 1, 2, 3, breathe in, out, in, out, in. 1, 2, 3. Are you smiling? And I bet you are. Here we go. Keep going. 1, 2, 3. And 2, 2, 3. Keep smiling. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Heels on the floor. And point your toes. Keep smiling. 1, 2, 3. Exhale, inhale. 5 more. Goes and you can do it. That was 1. That is 2. Keep breathing. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. 1 more. 1 more. And what do? You grab, you kiss, 1, 1, 1, and you let it rip. You say, let's do this. Let's do this. Side to side. Breathe. A little further back. Breathe. Go. Side to side, 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 side to side. Breathe in. Breathe out. And exhale. Awesome. Oh. Best feeling ever, huh? All right. Both knees up. Feet flat on the floor. It's important to have your toes behind your heels in line with your hips, tucked under as much as possible. And we want to use the fulcrum of the feet pushing down, and essentially the heels pushing down to always create that tuck back inside. Because up until now, that's been the position of every movement. So with one foot high into the sky, the heel is flexed. I want you to feel the inner thigh, and from the inner thigh, just draw a couple of little small circles to where that feels really nice on the lower back. Does that feel good on your lower back? Good. Don't be wobbling the joint. Reverse the position and keep the flex and the inner thigh muscle connected together, feeling strong, as if that hip could push down behind the body and draw a circle down here on the earth. Excellent. Good. I'm going to drop the leg down, down. When you come back up, I want you to kick through this leg. Kick, relax, kick, relax, kick. So it's my supporting leg that's giving me that little bit of oomph. Relax. I'm not gripping. The point would be here, not to grip the thigh, but release from underneath. Release. Release. The abs are pulled in, nothing is pressing out, the back is perfectly flat against the floor. And switch. Good. The toe is behind the heel is under the knee is under the hip. The heel is under the hip, the foot is pushing down, engaging into the floor. And the first little move we have here is nice little circles. So I'm not just squeezing the inner thigh on the up leg, I'm also squeezing the inner thigh on the foot touching the ground. Because that foot that's touching the ground is actually giving me a lot of control in my working leg, or in the leg that you see up into the sky. So those are my circles in and my circles out, and then I'm gonna drop the leg down, and I'm gonna kick and kick and kick. Keep pushing down, release, down. It's this leg, kick, release, release. All the control is in the supporting leg. Now on this leg, grab it this time, grab it.
Okay, I know we didn't switch, but we'll go back to the other leg in a second. And with both hip bones on the floor and holding on to the single leg, we're going to stretch out the bottom leg. And when you stretch out the bottom leg, I want you to turn this whole movement into a stretch of that bottom leg. So I want you to pretend like somebody's here, they're grabbing those toes, and they're pulling your toes. Thank you for pulling my toes, imaginary friend that I've created. We've done that. Pull those toes, my imaginary friend. Good job, everybody. Good job. Is your tummy still pulling into the body? Deep breath in. Longer line. Excellent. Now the leg that's up is going to come down into a bent position. The leg that was straight is coming back up. You've caught it. You're pulling it down towards your shoulders. At the same time, you're tucking your belly button into your lower back, and your neck is nice and relaxed, even though your arms are giving it a little tummy tug right here. And then you are going to do the work of straightening that bent leg, and then let's feel all that stretch in that bent leg. Go, stretch. Good. Good. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth. Breathe in through the nose. And out through the mouth. Excellent. So what I want next is just a couple of bending of the bottom leg and then straightening that leg. So the leg is going to come straight through the position of passe while the other leg stays straight the whole time. So my up stretch goes lengthen as it goes down, and my bottom leg is going to bend in, inner thighs connect, and then we stretch. A few more times. Goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, inner thighs together, belly button pushes through the floor. Faster. 1, 2, passe, and passe. And let's do it 8 more times. Go 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. You're not done. You must reverse. In switch. In switch. In switch. In switch. Keep smiling in switch. Passe, développé, and reverse. Excuse me. Enveloppe. In straight. In straight. In straight. Good job. Both knees in. Side to side to side. Awesome. So, whatever leg you want, pick one leg to go straight. Hold in the other leg. The leg that's straight, bring it in a spiral across and look over it in the opposite way. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And take it over to the other side. Switcheroo. One leg straight. One leg over. Alright, I hope that's feeling really good. One little last thing I want to do before we move on is a couple of, how do you say, just lift up and roll down that we can do. But it's just to make sure that you feel the connection into the floor. So, down here in my toes, and actually not even my toes, it's going to start in my heels. I'm going to push my heels into the floor. When my heels push in, that gives me my first chance, can you see it, to rock the tushy under. Rock it under, push it up. We want to extend to where our heels are still pushing down to the floor, and basically you're just squeezing in to your center, and then you're going to roll down. Now, sometimes when the teacher works with like a yoga block, and I would imagine in this position it would be really good to have the yoga block between your knees so that you can know what I mean by compressing in towards the center, as if you physically want to hold something there and then roll all the way back down so that we can feel that center line. Push down through the floor, roll down to the earth. Up in the sky, and exhale back down. 4 more times. Tuck and go up and down. Roll it down. Tuck, squeeze, down. 2 more times. Tuck and up. And 1 more time. We're going to go up, up and 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 up. On this up, we must hold. We must hold. We must squeeze the inner thighs together and we must hold. Place those feet firmly on the floor. Feel all those muscles wrap inward. Press the hip bones as high as you can up into the sky. Breathe in, smile. Breathe out. Breathe in and smile. Breathe out. Roll all the way down. Wow. Simply amazing. I hope your spine feels 2 inches longer than when we started. Tuck it in, side to side. Just relax. Excellent. So instead of standing up to do our pliés today, we're going to do our pliés here on the floor to begin with. And then we're going to move to a second position. But when we are doing our pliés here on the floor, we are kind of talking about the 90-degree angle when we're talking about our posture. So there are 2 little bones here, 2 little spots right here in my back that I feel make a deep connection to the ground when my hips come up. But they only get to connect because I'm also pushing down. So I have this energy of up, but I have the energy of down. And this makes sense because we call this opposition, and we do it all the time when we're standing. We're thinking about those things. And if we were doing pliés right now, right, which we are, I would tell you when we bend the knees, that you would have to, as you go down, be lengthening out and up. And then as you straighten, you would be pushing back and in. So you'd be plié and lengthening, and then pushing back and in. Okay, so we're going to do a couple of those. I start with my feet flexed. I'm going to go exhale and inhale 2 more times. Exhale and inhale. Last time, exhale and inhale. We're going to go exhale and push and roll and flex again. Exhale and push and roll and second position. Flex down and push to the top. Down and push it back. Down and push. Again, down, roll, straighten and flex and plie and roll and straighten back together and flex and plie and straighten again and plie, push into the floor. Again, plie into the floor. Last time, we point, we lengthen, we flex. Last time, flex and point. When we lengthen, we have our second position. Plie and push through the floor, plie, and keep it flexed, plie, and now we have the plie, and point, and smile, you're almost done, and plie, and point, and lengthen together. We have beat, beat, open, point, and flex. Keep going. Push your abs through the floor. Keep breathing. 5, 6, 7. Keep going. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3.
and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, keep going, down, 2, 3, exhale, inhale, 2, 3, don't give up, do your breath, 2, 3, and up, 2, 3, faster beats and double time those beats back up, in we go again, back up, here we go again, back up, yes, 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 and beat, beat, flex, and beat, beat, flex, and from the top, are you breathing? Keep going, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, you have the last couple things, go, beat, 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 and up, 6, and lengthen, 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 up, 6, 7, 4 more, 4, and up, and 3, and up, 2, and 2, up, 1, 2, and bring it in. Good job. Woo. I can't hear your screams. I can't hear your sighs. I can't hear any thuds. Therefore, we keep going. That's the benefit of the live class. I can hear you go, "Oh." And then I know to have mercy. No mercy. Shoulders low, open wide, push down through the ground. Exhaling down. Breathe in, push through the shoulders. Remember, low, open, and wide. Exhaling down. Last one, let's just push it back. Child's pose, child's pose. Nice and comfortable. Really let it go. Let it relax. And we're going to slowly roll up. Good job. I said, I got to check the time. How's everybody doing? Are we enjoying ourselves out there in our brave new world? Yes, we're doing so good. We're doing so good. So dancers, I'm going to give you about, I don't know, maybe what do you need, another like 7 minutes? Maybe a 7-minute break. We are going to move right into doing our beautiful competition choreography for our performance team. It's a great time for anyone and everyone to get motivated and learn our choreography so that you can join us in the future, because there will be a future and there will be people in public ready to watch you dance, so you don't worry. We gotta get ready. Perfect time to get ready. So let's take a 7-minute break, and then I'll be back and we'll go over our beautiful LABA performance company, Mahjong City.
get back to this last part of the class today. We're going to work on our belly dance choreography. We consider this a marche-en-say, kind of like a elegant way to open a dance. So what I'm going to do my best for you is to get this angle on here so you're able to understand the right and left. And I think we went over it last week from the beginning, so I'm going to actually recap, but maybe just a little bit faster than last week, and then when we get to the new sections, I will slow down. As for everyone and everything in this unique experience, and what's really phenomenal about it is that it's it's a community experience. So maybe through things being kind of difficult for us, the one thing that we can feel is that sense of like we're all in it together. And you know, every body is a body. We are all equal, especially when it comes to like the art form of dance. Each body is allowed to express itself in its unique way. So we want to leave all the judgment out in the beginning, maybe judgment later, but for right now, as we get our process going, no judgment. And we have patience, and we have, you know, the ability to kind of wait and see what's going to happen next week. So my personal process was, has everything like switched over, and then, okay, can't have people in the studio anymore, what are we going to do? We're going to do these videos streaming for you. And the first couple of videos were fine for me, and I'm just talking from a personal point of view. They were just fine, it's fine. I was getting through it. And then by video 3 or 4, or, you know, like class 3 or 4, I really started to feel stressed out that the displeasure I was taking in standing here by myself, trying to figure out a camera and internet and music, and it was taking like the joy away, and then I was like, oh, am I ever gonna feel joy again? But as it is a work in progress, as a week has gone by, there's little things that I've kind of discovered that makes it slightly easier for me. And I'm sure with all those little things that you're going through too, you're gonna find that week after week things can get better and better. And that's where we bring it back around to dance, because through the practice of repeating, and through patience, and through persistence, and through practice is what we call it. When you practice dancing week after week after week, you're going to get better, right? So I'm here to hopefully show you the most direct route on how to get better. It is up to you to do the practice, okay? So this beautiful marche-en-say choreography is something that we're going to really value as something we can do together when we get back. Of course, belly dance is the ultimate and wonderful soloist art form, but this dance will be something that celebrates our community and our ability to work together and make it happen. So as we start, we will, I'll be in the work of, you know, this is all a work of progress, so let's see if you see my feet, and if you don't, then I will figure it out. So when we start, you will start with just kind of a walk here. You will start with the walk right, left, right, left, right. Then you switch left, right, left, right, left. It's pretty similar when it continues, but instead of walk, you have a change of weight. It's like a walk, but it doesn't go anywhere. Walk, walk, change of weight. So real quickly, just the feet, 5, 6, 7, goes, and strike, and down, 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 again, and strike, and down, down, down. Smooth walk. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, again, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Just to go on so that you see my feet, my right foot is going to step down. My left foot is going to go down. Excuse me, I was in the wall. Let me try again. My right foot steps down, 1. My left foot steps down, 2.
and I go forward with my weight, then I take 3 steps back. 1, 2, 3. And then I step back again. And ball change, back and together. So let me try that again for you. I'm going to step on the right foot. I'm going to go 1 and 2. Step forward. Now you're going to step backwards. That's the left foot. Left, right. You're going to take a little bit of timing to step on the same. Left foot comes next. Right foot comes next. Ball change. Left, right, step. 5, 6, 7 goes. Hold, hold, down, step it back, and hold, hold, down. Do it again. Up, up, down, and back, down, down, ball, change, step. Now, did anybody not catch that at all? I'm going to look and see. Yes, I will tell you that pretty soon we were all just going to dress like kitty cats when we come take class. That's really going to get us in the mood, right? Do you see my feet though? Is everybody okay with the feet? I'm going to step on the right foot. The right foot's going to go right and hold, left and hold, turn around with the hold, step back, ball, change, and. Now, Mahjong dance will take a little bit extra balance, a little bit of extra tweezing. However, there's some falling that you can use in your, for like an advantage. So there's a fall. I go twist, hold, and then I fall. Twist, hold, and then I fall here. And then as I retreat, this is nothing more than a fall. So if my weight isn't quite centered and I feel, I'll just get my foot back there, and then I'm ready to go. Okay? Okay, let's split the difference. Let's do this opening section with the music. Did you get those feet? Should we try it again with the music? Last time. We start. Down, 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 our top. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, spiral. Step, step, down. Down. Up, camel. Side to side. All right. So beautiful. We went up and around, down, turn around, drop it back, ball, change, step, camel, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Did you get that right there? It was right, left, sorry, my arms start up, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Then I'm going to step right, left, right, left, right. So when I step back with this step, I step back with this step, and then there was ball change, left, right, left. I start the camels with my right, up to the releve, down to the plie, up to the releve, down to the plie, side, side, quick, quick, hold. So I held it up. Did you see that on the side right there? Holding it up, I went up on the side, quick, quick, hold. Now, hold is on the left side, the left hip is up. When I step over on the left, my hip will fall, and from this right leg, I'm ready to transfer my weight in a crescent shape. So that was a half circle. I went half circle, then I pulled it in and I went half circle, and then I stepped around to the back, half circle, and I finished with a twist. So after I went side, side, little bit faster, front half circle, back half circle, front half circle, twist. Did you get it? When you're in the back and you're on the side, that's the bigger one. This one you gotta rotate real fast and make it gentle to the other side. Sometimes we accidentally press too far in the front ones and not far back enough in the back side. So make sure that those are bigger. So you have a small crescent, big crescent, small crescent, twisty, twisty, twist. Now this is my right leg, okay? My weight on the twisty, twisty, twist on the end is on the left. You're facing the back. So you're gonna do a figure 8 again while changing your weight. Lift it up, and one, knee, 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 and then hip circle there. Yeah, sorry, only too slow. So to start that section over, since I kind of was maybe confusing for you, we start with the same move, but we do slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, and then the crescent shapes. So here we go, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, crescent, pull back, crescent, little twist, big, and now we do the circle. Okay? So, when I do that circle, I'm at the back. And I know I'm facing the camera now, but remember that's the back. And this is the left. So I'm twisty, twisty, twist. When I go around, I'm going to do the same half circle I always did, but I'm going to keep it frozen at the diagonal, which I consider my quote-unquote side. Right? The side is not the pure side, it's our turnout side, which is always to the diagonal because of the way that our bodies are made. So we're going to go here to the front, we're going to hold at the diagonal. Straight, and at the end, right at the end of the motion, I can create the curve. So I go curve, line. After the line, I'm going to have a little bit of momentum, right? I have my weight shifting, that's going to help me go. I have my leg pulling in, that's definitely going to help me go. I'm going to have my toe pushing off the ground, that's another part, boom, helping me go. And then I may have the spot leading where I want to go. So in this move, when I'm facing the back, and I go for here, it's my spot to the front, dancers. I want you to add that spot to the front. If this is the first time you're thinking of it, it's a great moment to begin to add the spot. So we go here, we go hold, we go rotate, the head actually holds for 1 second, then we get extra energy by going twist, the body follows, and then we finish. Not so easy to do in slow motion, but I think you'll get my point that you need to add the spot. So after I get the twist, twist, twist here, I have a slow lift forward, hold, and up. Pushing back to the twisty in the front, and. Do you remember when that drop happened? That drop happens on 4, it happens on 4, and then it will go and 5. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Did you see that timing? I don't do it on 4 3 times in a row. I do it after 4 on the 3rd time. So that's when I have the dramatic drop. I go up, da-da-dum-bum-bum, drop. Da-da-dum-dum-dum, drop. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Right? On the 5 moment, I'm doing a and 5. So on 5, I take the spiral. Now dancers, hold for a moment, because I'm going to turn myself away from the camera, which is going to be how you see this from the back. Remember, I started here, and I went and 5, right? So if I was, if this is the front now, and you saw me go twisty, 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 I drop on 4. I come to the side. Twisty, 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 I drop on 4. Twisty, 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 I don't drop on 4, but I wait 4 and 5, and I see I spiral. My right foot went back, and my left foot did my spiral, and then I came around, right, left, together. Okay, so let's try that a couple of times. We're gonna twisty, twisty, twist, face the side. Twisty, twisty, twist, face the back. Twisty, twisty, twist, ball spiral, unwind the spiral, easy does it. So there's a lot of wind up for no reason. So going back to facing, this is my front, we are going to start from the camels. 5, 6, we start on the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. 6, 7, 8. Let's do it from the top with the music. All right. Everybody's doing a great job. Here we go from the top. Thanks for I know I'm facing the back. I'm going to be smiling. Are you smiling? Here we go. right. Okay. So we had a little la 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 la. And 5, 6, 7, 8. Are you ready? Hip drop goes. Oh, well, if you need to know, can you see that clearly? That's me standing on the typically known as the right foot. 5, 6, 7, goes. Hip drop, kick, and hip drop, lift, and hip drop, kick, and hip drop, lift. Only 2, 3, chest. Only 2, 3, passe. Try it again. You see my feet here. 5, 6, 7, goes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and down. 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and. So we walk. 1, 2, 3, passe. 2, 2, 3, tuck. So instead of the passe, instead of the same rhythm we had been following, we're going to get into that tuck. Then we push forward, and forward, and forward. And now from the heart, 6, 7, and you have to step back 8. So you have to remember that, you have to step back 8. And 5, 6, 7, 8. Couple more times, 6, 7, goes 1, and 3, and 5, 6, 7, step back 8. All right? From here, we're going to do the hip drops. 5, 6, 7, goes 1 and 2 and 3 and up and 5 and 6 and 7 and plie down and 2 and 3 and chest and 5, and 7 and passe. 1, 2, 3, pick it up. 2, 2, 3, and push it forward through the heart. 6, 7, step back, step back, step back, step lift, step drop. Good. So we got here, and the left foot is the foot that's forward, and we roll back and front, and then we roll to the front. We push from that back foot, and when you push from the back foot, you're going to end up stepping on it again. So think of the right foot here as the power of the hips. Push through the hips with the right foot, push through the hips. Now you're going to push yourself over. All my weight went on the left. Since I'm in my toe, it expressed through the chest. And now when I step back, boom, it's going to start to pull. And that pulling feeling of already pulling back is like, it's as if somebody was standing right here behind you and they touch your shoulder. They open that shoulder because that's the way you're going to go. Roll, roll, up, 6. Somebody touches this back shoulder and you say, what? What did you want from me? I miss you. Oh, we know how to do that right now, right? I miss you. So, if we look at the counts of that, we're saying that the step back is 8. The cross step around the front is 1. That's the left foot. Left. 2. 3 is up and 4 is down, yet there's no step between 3 and 4. On my left foot, I'm going to go releve 3, 4, and then drop down to my heel. Did you see that? So I was over here and I rolled 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, step 8, left, right, toe, heel. So left, right, 2 counts on the same foot. So I have left, right, left. Another way of saying it. So I'm going up and I'm dropping down, and when I go, I'm going to now not complete the circle. I came over my right shoulder. After I drop down, I'm going to go back over my left shoulder. So it's not completing the rotation. It's kind of like a door opening and closing. You're going back and forth. So from the whole thing, from the new section, we start with hip drop. 6, 7 goes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7. Contract. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 forward. 6, 7 step back. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So once you got here, it's twist and lift and in, twist and lift and in. Miles over 7, repeat. 1, 2, 3. 2, 2, 3. 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, back, 8, step, 1, 2, lift up, contract, 1, 2, around, and twist and bring it in, twist and bring it in, 5, 6, 7, 8. So real quickly, that last move here is a twist and bring it in, twist and bring it in, and then down and down and down and down and down and down and down before you bring it back to passe. Let's do just that section with the music. I want to just take a moment to remind everybody that liking the stream really is helpful, sharing it with your friends is really helpful, and your presence, your energy, and your love is the most helpful. So thank you for dancing with me today. Let's keep this rocking and rolling. But I just want to show you one thing about after the tuck and roll, tuck and roll, tuck and roll, step back. When we do 3-4, the moment of 3-4 is the moment of inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 3, 4, and down. And that is going to remind us of moments like right before we go here and we do this like relaxing turn. It's actually we go squeeze, relax, right? So here, what I need for you to do is as you go 3, you go up to your elevate, that's your squeeze. Tight, relax. And the relax doesn't have to be like droopy body, even though in the beginning it's okay if it's very extreme. We want to turn it into like a breathy movement. So if we want to get that breath, we legitimately need tight and then breath, right? So we're going to go squeeze, relax. So maybe try that a couple times. Maybe the arms kind of express behind you to out front, up and then down. Did you get the ball and toe, the ball and heel? Breathe in, relax. Did you get it? 6, 7, and Yeah, there has to be a contract. Expand, contract. If I didn't have a tilting angle on my phone, we would have done more inhale, exhale in that technique class. But we work on them there. So we were here, we had, and roll forward, 5, 6, 7, step 8. 1, 2, tight, relax, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, besides me just falling down right there, I wanted to go over the one thing that has to happen after you go in, relax. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my arms in my body, the spiral, so it's almost like my arms get there before my body does. And it's kind of the thing that's helping me with my momentum, since my momentum is essentially doing the spiral back and forth to make the turn. So when I was roll, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See how my arms pull me around, and then the hip follows, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now this is the part that I speed up on because this part should be fairly easy. It should go toe, heel, ball change, same move as we just did the relax, but this time there's no breath. It just goes up for a tap, ball change, up for a tap, ball change. There's so many of those, but we have formation changes. When the music changes, we have chassé, 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 chassé. When the music changes, we have camels that flow after that. So one more time from that first change in the music, and then we'll do it from the top, and then we will continue on. Good job, dancers. Okay, Maki, omis. I see a question there. Is the omi the right or the left? And what I'm assuming is when you're asking about that, you're asking about the section after the hip drops 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and omi 2, 3, 4. So, typically when someone asks me the question about the direction of the omis, I want the dancer to go the direction that their body omis naturally when we do choreographies, because until you're ready for that coordination, I think it's better to be moving rather than not moving. So my answers are always a little vague, even though they are choreography, and the choreographer should say, oh, I have to have a right omi. I get it that some of our bodies are just, they're not really ready for that direction yet, okay? But, and then also when, yes, okay, great. So also when you're doing an omi, it's kind of like, depending on like what you're thinking about where you start, maybe that's directional. So let's talk about the movement and see what I'm doing and see if that feels typical or something comfortable for you. So I'll show you what I typically do. When I'm doing my hip drop, I have a straight leg on the left and I have a bent leg on the right. So my bent knee is my working knee. And when I'm done with the movement, my knee comes up. The next thing I'm going to be doing is the plie to get to the omi, right? So my left leg is essentially going down to the floor. And on that down, I'm giving my chance for my right leg to make the contraction forward. So if I was saying, and you know I'm kind of bad at this, I believe this is counterclockwise. If I'm looking down at my hips are going the opposite direction of a clock. So as I'm dipping down, I feel like I'm going to the left. Right to left, right to left, right to left, right to left. But that's kind of how I feel, because once I go into plie and my weight was kind of more on my right, I get the chance for my right heel to squeeze under. So the first down, down, up, up happens on my right, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. All right, so counterclockwise, right, tuck under. That would be my suggestion. Does that, I hope that right feels more natural from left, lock down. I hope so. To me, that's the natural one, and so I hope you're feeling that too. That because that leg was up and we go to make the omi, it kind of makes sense that it's going to fall around. to the left side, meaning that the rotation starts, it's contracted up here on the right, and it's flowing over to the left. Okay? So where were we at? Thank you for the valuable question. That's really important, Maki. You get the gold star for today. Best student ever. Helping the teacher out by asking questions. Man, it's like giving a teacher an apple when you're not face to face. Here we go, dancers. Let's go from the top and then we go on. Beautiful. Beautiful. We got a few minutes left. Here we go. Good work. Woo! And cut. And with the arms, breathe in, breathe out. 1, 2, 1, and 2. Cut. Spiral. That drama section is all on you. If you want to come up with whatever your moment is, that's fine. I just want you to be able to repeat it a couple of times. So let's say the default one, the one that I'll do, but you don't have to do each time, is going to be a boom, 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 side to side, drop the arms, then do a camel, boom, 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 side to side, just drop the arms, and then do a camel, ga, 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 dee, 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 ba-da-dum, ba-da-da-da-dum, ga, 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 dee, 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 plie up, da-da-da-da-da, right? So, but I really would rather you kind of experiment and try to do something. Now, it's not experiment and do something every single time different, it's hone into something. So when we hear that music, we hear the drama part, bum bum bum. Like kind of a little answer back, bum bum bum. La 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 da da da. La 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 la. It's something like, it reminds me of like, I don't like it when people knock on my door too aggressively, so I'm always like, you don't knock on my door like you want to beat it down. I'd always put people in there, but you don't knock on my door like that. So like maybe the first one, I'm knocking on the door, boom, boom, boom. And then I tell them, oh, you're, and they go, oh, sorry, boom, 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 sorry. Right? So maybe you have a move that, and then you're a little bit, boom, 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 right? And then you're a little bit pulled back. So you gotta get two different sides of that. And I don't want you to do something different every time, I want you to repeat it. And the example that I gave kind of repeated it in like a section of 4. So I had 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I repeated those movements again. You can repeat however you want. After we get through that section, we are going to go for a pretty basic foot pattern. Front step, ball change, front step, ball change, rock step, rock step, rock step, rock step, ball change, ball change, ball change, turn and up. So here's a great moment for us to learn what a rock step is and what a ball change is. Rock step is the front portion, teeter totter, seesaw, I don't remember which one I'm supposed to call it, and then back, teeter totter, I think I'm supposed to call it seesaw, but you know what I mean. Rock it front, ball change it back, rock it front, ball change it back. So when you hear me use the word rock, it indicates the step is forward. If you hear me use the word ball, it indicates the step is back. So here's the pattern. We start with the basic rock step, ball change, rock step, ball change, ball change, ball change, ball change, ball change, rock step, ball change, rock step, ball change. No, I said it wrong. I said it wrong. I'll do it with you so I say it right. 6, 7 goes. Rock step, ball change, rock step, ball change, ball change, ball change, ball change, ball change, rock step. I said it right. And we'll do it again after here. Front step, ball change, rock step, ball change, rock step, rock step, rock step, rock step, ball change, rock step, ball change, rock step, ball change, rock step, 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 step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, turn 6, 7, 8. Doesn't matter about the hips, we gotta get those feet. Let's try those feet again. 5, 6, 7 goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That'll take you into the dun dun dun. Okay? So what do we add on top of those? Shimmies. And dicky daka, dicky daka, dicky daka, twist, and twist, and twist, and twist. Now shimmy with a pull, 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 turn around. What do I mean? These may seem normal. Tiki-ta, 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 tiki. So at the end of that, when I have to turn it into the twist, to get the twist on one, I bet we can do the twist small, tight, boom, 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 boom. What I don't want you to do is give me the hacksaw. No hacksaw arms. 1, 2, 1, 2. Twist, no arm, just the twist. Excellent. Then when we come back, I'm still gonna get the shimmies, but what I want here is the pull. It's like a slide to the back. Slide to the back. Slide to the back. Slide to the back and turn around. Okay? I'm giving a little kitty cat away from the push so that the point of my arms is directly diagonal and opposite of the hip, and that's so I don't have to make the hips so big, right? We want to keep this nice and contract or tight because it's nice and fast. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, go. Shimmy 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold the arm, twist 2, 4, 5, 6. Push it back. Slide, slide, slide. Turn, turn, turn. We go. And ga ga ga. Ga-da-dum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-da-da-dum. Ga-da-dum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-da-da-dum. Da-da-dum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-da-da-dum. Here we go, and diki-daka, and tap, tap, tap. Push it back and back. Ball change back, and turn, and 1, 2. So that's as far as we're going to get today. Let's do that last little section from there with the music, and then we'll do it all together. Dancers, what a great day of dancing. Never give up, never feel discouraged. Know that we are here for you. You can reach out, you can send a message, you can call, you can text message, you can leave a comment. We are here to help you. If you need motivation with dancing, you give us a little reach out and we will reach back. Here we go. So from the breakdown, that was our camel. We have side to side. Small steps. Twist step. Back step. Should we do it one more time together? One more time, dancers. I know you thought that was the last time, so that's why we have to do it one more time together. One more time. From the top, here we go. Breathe. We gotta get that stamina going. Breathe, 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 breathe. Here we go. Up. Bring it out. Smile. And. Feel my applause, but it's a silent applause. It's the one that comes out of my heart, straight into yours. Clap, 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 clap. Shake it out. I just think you've done so good. It's going to be the time for you to know it's true. Take a deep breath in, roll slowly up. Sarah's going to be here with you tomorrow. There's lots more dancing coming up. Don't forget, we are here for you. We love you more and more and more and more and more and more each and every day that passes. We appreciate the support. We feel the support. We appreciate the sharing. We appreciate the liking. We want to wish you all a really great, happy, beautiful, merry Saturday. And see you tomorrow on Sunday.